Hello Biocrafters, this is Awesome Dante here to show you how to play Apocolypse. This is a new server coming to Bio. We are going to go ahead and show you how to survive the Apocalypse. First off, you're going to train here. You're going to start it here. You're going to see Welcome to BioHazards, welcome you here. That's going to warn you that you're going to want to read the signs in order to, not die. First thing you're going to notice is that in your hand, you're going to see your gun. Because we have guns in this one. We're using a custom texture pack, which you'll see in the description below. With this particular gun, the Desert Eagle, you're gonna left and right click to fire. It's dual wield. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on and see the training. Alrighty, in this room you're gonna see three item frames with some items in it. This is gonna show you what you're basically gonna need to survive in the apocalypse. The one on the left here is going to show you your gun. In here is going to show you your beacon finder, which is a compass. Beacons and the beacon finder aren't really implemented fully yet, so we're going to have to do a bit of work on that. So when you first join, it's more than likely that these are going to be disabled. Over here you're going to see your grenade. This is what a basic frag grenade is going to look like for now until we update the texture pack. Let's go ahead and continue. Alrighty. Now, over here, you're going to see a bunch of signs that basically tell you to kill a mob to activate your scoreboard. Now, in order to kill one in the training, you're going to have to press this button over here. And you might have to press it a couple times. Anyway, over there, you're going to see a zombie. Just go ahead and kill him. I'm going to spawn one for the cameraman, too. Go ahead and kill him. There you go. Now you see on the top, on the middle right-hand side, you're going to see the cameraman's scoreboard for his total kills. Also, it shows you the amount of monsters you've killed. Let me see here. Go ahead and go over here, and you're going to see the beacon info. This is going to tell you how to use your beacons once we enable it. Basically, you just hold your compass in your hand and wait a few moments, and it's going to pop up with a message telling you that there's either spawns nearby or no beacons are nearby. It will automatically lock onto a beacon, so the compass will point to it, so you can walk towards it. Alright, moving on. Over here, you're going to go ahead and see these signs that tell you about all of our different explosives for this map. We have C4, grenades, cluster bombs, airstrikes, and nukes. Don't mind her, she's just another player. Beta testing. Now we're going to go over here, and you're going to see our skull turrets, which are automated turrets. These ones are deactivated right now, so you don't really see the cool particle effects on them, but there are some at spawn that I'll show you later. Now, to craft these turrets, you're just going to put another post down and put a special skull on top, and it will start firing arrows rapidly at all mobs in the area. We'll go ahead and move on. Now this is going to tell you about your grappling hook. Basically, in this server, we have grappling hooks to get around buildings really quickly. This is what one looks like if you see it in my hand. In order to use it, you just right-click somewhere. It throws out a line. Oh, there you go. And then right-click again, and it'll take you straight to it. Now you can use that to scale buildings and climb walls and stuff. It's really cool. All right, moving on. Now, this is going to tell you about our compact ammunition program. Basically, most of these guns use slime balls for ammunition, and when you get like higher rate of fire guns with large clip sizes, you're going to be wanting to carry a lot of the ammo around. In order to make it so that you conserve space, we've created a plugin that will basically unload ammunition from an ammunition box. It looks like flint right now, but if you right-click using a flint, it'll unload 64 slime balls into your inventory. And depending on what kind of flint you get, you can unload more and more and more. Moving on. Okay. Now you're going to see Warp APOC, Warp Guns, Warp Shop, Warp Credits. Credits, we're not actually going to bother with, because that was made by somebody who's no longer with us. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off with Warp Guns. This will take you to our rank boards, gun boards, and our donator boards. Now, on the far left, we'll start off with the ranks. We have Dead Meat, Meat Shield, Survivor, Zombie Slayer, Hero, King of the Zombies, Ultimate Champion, Lord of the Apocalypse, and God. Now, there may be more ranks later. We haven't actually decided yet. But basically, the more kills you get from mobs, the higher your rank will get. So, like, if you kill 500 zombies or something like that, 500 mobs total, you get ranked up to Meat Shield. Now, if we go over to the big board over here, this tells you what your perks are for, well, your gun perks anyway, for each of these ranks. So when you start off with Dead Meat, you get your Dead Meat weapon, which is the dual-wielded Desert Eagle. Then if you get 500 kills, you're going to rank up and get the access to the AK. Let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. This is the AK. Yeah. Just let me see here. Just one second. Okay. Now, we've got a whole bunch of them. I'll let the cameraman pan over them so that you can see what you get. And I'll do a gun demonstration and demolition demonstration in a bit. Alright, now over here you're going to see your donator rank boards with ranks suited for pretty much everybody. You get some awesome perks with these donations. A lot of our donators already love their guns to death and wouldn't part with them no matter what. Now if you come over here, I'll show you how to craft a grappling hook. Because by default the grappling hook doesn't work until you craft it, you're going to have to put your fishing pole, is what it's going to be called, in the center of the crafting table, and of course 3 diamonds where they are right here. Alright, now we're going to move on.
It also works with iron.
Oh yeah, and it also works with iron, I forgot to mention. So you can use iron ingots instead of those diamonds. Now over here you're going to see the perks for the different donator ranks. We got a lot of them. Most of them, well, pretty much all of them are implemented right now. DMC is a new one that we haven't put in quite yet, but it's going to be really good. You can just pause your video over them if you want to see what you get. There's also going to be more information when we get our website up. Alrighty, now we're going to go outside and we're going to start the apocalypse. Okay, now we're going to demonstrate weapons by killing some zombies. We've already got a few drops out here because somebody killed them. Oh, look, there we go. Now they're gone. Anyway. You're going to see our friendly neighborhood zombie over here. You know, your typical zombie. We're going to change him in the texture pack. That skeleton didn't seem to like him very much, so he died. Anyway, we're going to start with the Desert Eagle. You're going to want to fire them as quickly as possible to get them out of your view. You're going to notice that the mobs also bleed. That's a feature we added in. Oh, we got a pigman. Hey, pigman. Okay. This is going to be your starting weapon, so obviously, you know, you're not going to be able to kill a whole horde very quickly with them. But if you keep your distance, you know, walk around, don't stand in one place, you're going to be able to do just fine. Now, the guns do have recoil on them, so it'll start pushing you backwards, which is useful when you're fighting a horde. It'll automatically get you out of there. Oh, there's a blaze over there. The next weapon that you have when you level up is going to be the AK. And this one's fully automatic. You can take out zombies quite quickly with this. You left-click to scope with the AK, and it zooms in your screen a lot, and it also increases your accuracy tenfold, so you start shooting in straight lines instead of wasting ammunition on things that aren't there. After you're done with the AK and you level up to the next rank, you're going to get the Olympia, which is an infinite ammo flaming shotgun. And that's going to allow you to pwn mobs pretty quickly, because it sets them on fire and does a lot of damage. Tons of damage. It is a pump-action shotgun that you reload slowly, so it reloads 1 shell at a time, up to a maximum of 2. You can take out a lot of stuff this way. The next one up, after you rank up, is going to be the Type 95. Now, this is what I'm holding in my hand right now. This gun is it's like the AK, except it fires less accurately, but it's also more powerful. There is also a scope on it, so you can increase your accuracy, but reminder that scopes do slow you down. So it's not good to scope when you're being tracked by a large horde of zombies. You're just going to want to spray and pray, pretty much. Now let's go ahead and go out further from spawn. You're going to see all the graveyard gravestones that we have lying around from people who died beta testing this. There's quite a lot of them. Alright, also I should note, for the purposes of this video, me and the cameraman are both godded. That way, you know, we don't die during the explanations and stuff. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you the Type 95. It's got a small clip, though. So, be sure to carry lots of ammunition on you. Be sure to keep your distance from large hordes and stuff. Alrighty. There we go. Now the next gun is the carbine, which is one of my favorites. It was very good to code. It is basically a rifle that fires one shot at a time. It's not an automatic. You left click to fire, and it usually kills a mob in one hit if you hit it in the head, just like that I did that blaze. No scope for the win. There is no scope on the carbine. What you do is you right click and it switches over to the grenade launcher. Now this is really fun. When you switch to the grenade launcher, you left click to fire the grenade, and it blows up the terrain. That's really good. Also, we're going to sit here and wait because you're going to see something pretty fantastic with the terrain. It just takes a minute. I'll go ahead and switch to the next weapon. Alright. Now, the whole entire map is explosive, so you can just basically blow up any part of it you want. After a while, you'll see what happens here soon. The terrain just starts to slowly regenerate like that. There you go. Now it's back to normal. Now there's no typing in commands or anything. This will just automatically regenerate with all of the explosives that we use. Now, let me see here. The next thing we have up is going to be the sniper rifle. That's for the next rank. When you zoom in with the sniper rifle, it gives you a very, very large scope. So, you can't move at all unless you start jumping, which is one way around it. We could put that in there as a feature. It's not a bug. When you zoom in all the way, it gives you night vision potion, and it's a one-hit kill pretty much for any mob. If you hit it, it also has piercing, so it goes through multiple mobs. Doesn't seem to be a lot of zombies spawning here. There you go. Let me see here. Yeah, see, it takes care of them in like one hit. Now I just nailed 2 of them in a row. Skeleton right behind you, Mr. Cameraman. There you go. Killed him. Alright, now the sniper rifle has 6 rounds in it. And it's a clip. It's not one at a time, so you get 6 rounds at a time. Now for the next gun is the beta tester's favorite so far. It is called the M16. We gave it an extended clip from what its original counterpart's supposed to be, just for the purposes of Apocolypse. It has 80 rounds, fires rapidly, and does a lot of damage. It's very good for clearing out rooms. This is one of the guns that you'll go through ammunition the quickest with. So carry a lot of slime balls around when you hold this gun. Let me see here. Let me go out further. I'm going to show you our city. Also, I do give credit to the map makers for this city, Regolio, for Imperial City map. This is a very fine map for Apocolypse, and I'm glad we're using it. Okay, now let's see here. Alright, now we got the blazes. Gee, there sure doesn't seem to be a lot of monsters spawning. Yeah. Alrighty. Look at all of these mobs. They're just slain by the M16. It's one of my favorite guns to use too. The next gun that we have is the bazooka. Now this one is infinite ammo currently, but we're going to be replacing that with something else. It's going to be using, I believe, snowballs. But basically, it is a rocket launcher. It doesn't do any terrain damage if you launch it at the ground by itself. If you hit a mob, however, it will blow up. Look away. This feature I'll show you later. Okay. Now, with this rocket launcher, you can also rocket jump. That's by aiming at the ground and firing. And you jump up quite a lot, like very high. This is so that you can get around buildings much faster, seeing as how you have to kill a lot of zombies and monsters just to get to this level. Let me go ahead and blow those up. Yeah, see, we got a big crater. There's no scope on this at all. Yeah, you got 5 rounds for it. It's a very cool gun. You can just keep rocket launching. I just got kicked for flying. That's hilarious. That's what happens though if you do use a glitch like this. You will be able to basically just fly. And it does kick you. But okay, moving on to the next gun. This is the God level weapon. This is for 1 million kills. Basically, I'm going to go ahead and spawn in a ton of zombies so that we don't have to wait. There's 100 of them. Now, cameraman, get back to where I am. Now, with this gun, it has piercing and it's a shotgun. It's basically a Gauss cannon, shoots lots and lots and lots of damage. Just look at that. It just slays mobs. This is perfect for clearing out rooms and like hallways and roads, anything really. This is one of the most powerful obtainable guns. It actually is the most powerful obtainable gun. The only problem is that it has a very small clip size, so you got to be careful. Be sure to bring other weapons into the battle, not just this. That's it for all of the obtainable weapons so far. We do actually have one other one that we're working on. It's called the Tactical Knife. It 2 hits any mob, and it's a replacement for the sword. Now let me go ahead and switch over to the Donator weapons. Okay. Now the first Donator weapon is going to be for the $10 Donator. This is the M4. This has infinite ammo. It is a burst fire rifle. It takes down mobs very quickly, very quickly. Has a 30-round clip, and it also has a shotgun attachment, so you can right-click to switch to your shotgun and just fire probably one of the most inaccurate shotguns in the world, but it's also very powerful, so it clears out large swarms of mobs. Now, after we're done with this, I'll show you the next one, which is the P90. We haven't implemented this one yet as any of the donators just yet, but it is going to be a donator weapon. It is a very, very, very fast-firing submachine gun. It also has a very light scope that allows you to move while firing as well, while keeping it very accurate. It also holds 50 rounds. Uses slime balls for ammunition as well. Now, the next gun is going to be the flamethrower. This is for the $25 donator. This one sets mobs on fire. It also fires some really cool particle effects. Clears out rooms instantly. It's very good. Very, very useful. It doesn't set the ground on fire, though. Just a note. We might add that feature later. It also does damages to blazes, so you don't have to worry about, healing them. This is one of the donator's personal favorites. He loves this gun. Now we're going to switch over to the M60E4, which is basically a minigun. This gun has 400 round clip. Is the most ammo-consuming gun that we have. It's extremely powerful, fires extremely fast. This takes down waves and waves of mobs. This is for the $50 donator. So if you're stuck in a bind and you whip this out, you can take down whole hordes of zombies with no problems. No problems at all. This adds to your kill counter really quick. I'm still firing, and I've already killed everything. Now, when you reload, it takes about 5 seconds to reload, so it's pretty good. Now, the next donator weapon up is going to be the $100 donator weapon, which we haven't built in yet. So we're gonna go ahead and skip that one. It's gonna be a semi-automatic with some quite pretty features that you'll see later. Now the next one that we have. Oh, I forgot to give it to myself. Just 1 second. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now this one is the $200 donator weapon. It is by far the most useful for clearing out mobs. It's very fun to use. You can use it to fly. And it's just full of features. It is the AA-12 fully automatic shotgun, and it just rapes. It just kills things just like so fast. Now the clip size is currently at 15. We are going to bump it up to 20. Now you can use this to fly up and get on top of buildings and stuff. It's really, really cool. One of its most important features, though, is if you are surrounded on all sides, you can fire it up into the air, just unload a full clip into the air, let it rain down, and it takes out zombies and pushes them back. It's really cool. So I might also add a fire effect to it as well, just to give it a little bit of an advantage. Even though it doesn't really need one, it's pretty good. Okay, now that's going to be it for our gun demonstration. Next up, we'll show you the explosives demonstration. Hello, Dante here. We're coming back with some grenade testing. Basically, I'm going to show you all of our explosions on the Apocolypse. So let's go ahead and begin with the first explosive weapon that you're going to get. It's called the grenade. It seems to be we got a lot of test subjects ready to get blown the hell up. So let's go ahead and fire your grenade. I let the grenade loose. Now we just wait a few. There we go. Look at that. Explosion right here. Now this is the same damage that comes out of the grenade launcher for the carbine. Let me go ahead and put down a lot of them so you can see how well you can use them. Grenades usually come in packs of 6. It's a pretty good area clearing weapon, but not the best. It's just really it's a cheap thing that you can actually buy at the shop, so it's good to use when you're crowded and stuff. I don't believe that grenades actually kill the person who threw it, so you don't have to worry. Although it does kill other players in PvP, so have fun with that. The next weapon that we're going to use is called C4. Now, as you can probably imagine, C4 is a plantable explosive that detonates remotely. Now, I'm going to go ahead and kill all these monsters so that the cameraman can go straight up to the C4 and show you the cool feature about it. I'm going to step back and detonating now. Now, anybody see that Steve face? That's crazy. Cameraman, don't stare at me. I'm doing that stupid regeneration thing again. Anyway, now you can use 2 of these at one time to detonate at a time. So you just plant 2 down, walk back, and boom! Big explosion. Takes out a lot of crap. Has big hole in the floor and whatever. Now, this terrain does regenerate rather quickly, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to heal it immediately. Now, the next weapon that we're going to do is called the Cluster Bomb. This is currently our only texture-packed grenade. You just throw one out. It spreads off into multiple grenades and just detonates them all immediately. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw a whole bunch out so you can see the damage that you can do with these things. There's going to be quite a big explosion. There we go. Now, that does a lot of area effect damage. Also important to note that it does kill monsters outside of its blast radius too. So just because it destroys a little bit here and there doesn't mean that it's not going to kill mobs. It's going to kill mobs pretty far away from the explosion, which is good, to clear out areas and whatever. These are pretty rare and are currently a donator-only item. The next thing that I'm going to show you is called the Harrier Strike. I'm going to go ahead and heal the land real quick and kill all the monsters because they're getting annoying. Now, I'm going to show you what one of these does. We're going to do it over here where there's nothing above us. You throw out your targeting beacon, then the laser targeting begins. That's the laser targeting, and here comes the payload straight from the sky. Boom! Fun stuff there. Now, if you launch multiples of them out there, you're going to create a lot of damage to the landscape. I mean, a lot. Like, I've blown up entire roads, alleyways, streets, and even buildings and stuff with this. Let me go ahead and kill all the monsters and heal the land. Now, this is what happens when you toss a shit ton of these out. Yes, I am. There we go. Look at all of that payload. Tons and tons of explosions. We're running on BioCraft's hardware, so this happens instantaneously. No waiting for a TNT to go away or lagging out or anything, and it goes straight down to bedrock when you throw out that much. It's crazy. Let me go ahead and heal the landscape again. There you go. Now, the next one I'm about to show you is not enabled for anybody, donator or regular player on the server just yet. But this is basically Dante's nuke. Actually, I'm sorry. I have one last thing I'm going to show you before I show you that. It's going to be the regular nuke. Let me give it to you. Oops, I misspelled it. Just one second. There we go. Let me kill all the monsters again, because the monsters spawn very quickly, so you gotta watch out and keep moving. I'm gonna go ahead and fly up for this, just so you can see what happens here. Now we're gonna throw one out into the center of this bush circle here. That's just one. Now it has a delayed timer, so you can get out of there rather quickly. There you go. It's very powerful. It does a lot of destructive damage outside of its block damage radius. So, yeah. it does a walloping amount of damage. Now, this is what happens when you throw a bunch out. You can really screw up somebody's days. Now, back to the weapon that's not enabled quite yet on the server is my way to get around the small explosion size of the nuke, because you know a nuke is supposed to be really, really big and whatever. It's supposed to cause lots of damage everywhere. So what I decided to do was this. Launching a nuke out. This is called Dante's Nuke, made after me because I'm awesome. And this does a very large explosion radius. Look at that. That's huge. Now, granted, it's nothing like the Tekkit nuke, but we're not playing Tekkit, so yeah. Anyway, now this is what happens when you throw 4 or 5 of these out. Whoops! I accidentally threw out 12. Anyway, we're going to see what this does. Yeah, lots of damage. Lots and lots of damage. Just look at all this damage. Yep, I took out the archway. Lots of water all around. Let's throw another 12 nukes out. You know, I just restarted the server. Oh shit! My right click seems to be stuck. Oh well. I guess I'll just keep throwing out nukes until I run out, I guess. Well, yep, just ran out of nukes. Yay! So this is what happens when you go nuke crazy. You can end up blowing up the entire map, city, everything. Yeah, if you step down here, cameraman, you're going to see Dante's little mess that he made. You can start parkouring on the bedrock that you've just made and feel great about destroying about everything that everybody ever loves. It's fantastic. Now, this is obviously a huge amount of damage, and that's why it's not enabled quite yet. And it's still going, apparently. Wow. I'll have to check out my right click, make sure I get all the funky stuff out of there. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the damage on this one. The rest of the explosives that we have are locked right now because they're in development, but expect to see mines that people step on and explode. Flash bang grenades, which basically you throw them out and it gives blindness and slowness effect to everybody in the area. And we're also going to have explosive traps that are basically like a diamond. You throw it out of your inventory, and if somebody picks it up, they explode. Now, we're going to go ahead and heal the landscape, because that's what we do here. We clean up after ourselves. Expect a little bit of lag. There we go. All healed. That's it for the explosives. Now to show you planes, the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm going to go ahead and get into my jet that I've already pre-made. Let me go ahead and make sure that it's got all of its ammunition in it, because it also has guns. Seems good. Let's go ahead and go into the back. Now I'm going to go up to the cockpit. Now, all I have to do is type in a few commands. Cameraman, you're not going to want to stand in front of me. Let's see. I see pilot. Okay. Now I am piloting the ship. Now, it's going to seem a little bit laggy because this is Minecraft, not Microsoft Flight Simulator, so get over it. You can go up, down, backwards, forwards. You can defy regular plane physics because it's Minecraft, you know, floating trees and whatnot. We're going to go ahead and back up, and we're going to set it down just a little bit. I hope you can see that the plane is actually moving. Now we're going to go ahead and fire the cannons in it. As soon as we go forward, or wherever, it seems to be stuck. There we go. Now, that's firing cannon fire. Did you get that, cameraman? Alrighty. Now, the next thing that you can fire is torpedoes, and these are crazy cool. Look at that. And they also have a range, so if you go out of range, they just drop to the ground and explode. Those also break obsidian, because they're a very powerful explosive. Now, I'm going to go ahead and drop napalm, but I'm going to go ahead and go over to the courtyard to do it, because I've specially designed this plane to give a certain pattern when we drop napalm, and it's really cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and fire some napalm. Look at that. Boom. Now, the pattern, as I described, is a smiling skull. Yeah. Planes are going to be a donator item. Well, I can clarify. You can fly unweaponized small planes as a regular player only in the build world, which is coming soon. Weaponized planes such as this are going to be for donators. We're going to have schematics that are going to be pastable in for donators, like certain donator planes. You can build your own planes, such as like huge planes. You can build those too. We're going to put a block limit on it though, because we've noticed a few bugs with it. But basically, if you want to fly around, you can do that. We're also going to have mounted guns on the ground that you can use. We're going to have flying bases for factions, which is also coming into the build world soon. So you can just fly around in your base. It's going to be really, really cool. I hope you all enjoyed this demonstration. There's going to be more coming from Apocolypse soon. We hope to see you here.